Hey, people. Taylor here. How's everyone doing today? Hello. You have no idea how hard it was coming out here today. You have no idea how hard it was to just go, yeah, we could move it. Do we want to move it? No, we'll be good. We'll be good. I'll actually go live. I won't push it. I won't move it a day so I can sit on my computer and play Oblivion like it's 2006 again. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? It's a Tuesday, my dudes and dudettes. Playing that game, dude. I had the game downloading. For those that don't know, Bethesda launched put out the Oblivion remaster today. It's out. You can go play it. It's Oblivion but modern. And yeah, I had it downloading while the trailer was playing. While they were doing the announcement live stream, I started downloading the game. I bought it and I started downloading because shit, it's Oblivion, man. That was like, Oblivion was like the first computer game. Like, so I would have been what? 16? No. 18. I was 18 when Oblivion came out. Oh God. Oh God, I'm getting old. And that was 20 years ago. No, 20 years, no. 2006, 2005. Oh God, I'm gonna be 38 next year. Shit. Anyways, so Oblivion was like the first, like, I had played Morrowind. I had a friend who had an Morrowind on Xbox. I remember playing it at his house and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then I actually got Oblivion and oh, my computer struggled with it at the time. What did I have? I tried playing it on my laptop, which had a 9700 Pro. That didn't go well. And then when I built my desktop, that had a 7600 GT from NVIDIA. And that kind of played it okay. But, never heard of Oblivion. You never heard of Oblivion, my sweet summer child. My sweet summer child. It was yeah, I had the 7600 GT, and eventually, when Modern Warfare came out, I upgraded to an 8800 GT for the multiplayer. So yeah, what CPU did I have? AMD Athlon 3800X, because I had just built my new computer. Previously, I had a laptop, because that was the only way my parents would let me buy a computer at the time was, oh, you could use it for school, so it's gotta be a laptop. So it was a laptop with like an AMD 3400 claw hammer, single core, and a 9700 Pro. And I used that for like World of Warcraft and whatnot. But then I eventually built a desktop and I went with a dual core AMD, like 2 gigs of RAM and a 7600 GT. Andrew Rogers, $10 for my fully assembled Core 1 should be here tomorrow fun. Yeah, but if it's fully assembled, then you don't have the fun of building it. Also, a package showed up just before I went live, and I don't know what it is, so I'm going to open it right now, because why not? So yeah, so I downloaded it. Oh, it's batteries. For those wondering, tomorrow there will be a kick stream, or not a kick stream, a Twitch stream. So tomorrow will be a Twitch stream. We're going to do some video games. As much as I want to play Oblivion, I promised we would do Space Marine 2. We're doing that tomorrow. And then Thursday will be the members only stream. If you're wondering what the members only stream we're doing, we are building a RC plane and maybe getting it flying because I bought the batteries for it. So I actually have the right batteries for the RC plane so that I can make it fly. Are these the right batteries? 1300 milliamp 3S. Yes, these are the right batteries. Sweet. So I know what we're doing on the rest of the week now. You got Detroit Become Human? Yeah, it's a fun game. It's a fun game. It's, from my understanding, it's one of those games, because I went and actually watched a bunch of videos. Nothing is more telling of modern video gaming when the first thing you do after you finish a game is you go read like the TV Tropes article, or you go read, like, watch a Vadi Video breakdown that actually explains what you just went through. And the best advice I can give you, apparently, for Detroit Become Human, is go into it blind and do one playthrough. Because apparently if you try to go through multiple playthroughs, you start to see the cracks in the plot. Apparently there's quite a bit, there's quite a bit of the plot where if you actually stop and think for a minute, it starts to break down really easily. But if you just go into it blind, you ride that one playthrough, and whatever you get, and that's it. It's apparently pretty good. But the moment you start digging into it, you're like, wait a minute, why did they do that? Wait, that doesn't make sense. Wait, why did they, like, yeah. So Core 1 is $2,000 here in Australia plus taxes. Oof. 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 Home office made some sort of mistake and decided that my visa invalid and gave me 2 months to challenge it. Or, well, challenge it, Vinny. Go get your cousin, Vinny. There's like 2 people in chat that might get that reference. Getting a Flash Forge Adventure 4 for $50. Ooh, that's not bad. And time of the year, thing about art. Yeah, it's starting to get nice out. I'm going to be printing some drone stuff because I actually have all the hardware to build a 3D printed drone, a little 2S 3D printed drone. And I never got around to printing the frame, so we're going to be doing that soon. I know I haven't talked on it much because I'm doing the intro of the stream where we usually yap for a bit before everyone shows up. But we're building a Core 1 today, as you can tell. It's so exciting. Canada Customs took a peek inside the box. All the boxes. Canada Customs went snooping. They went snooping. Because Canada Customs, and that's what they do. Where is my Canuck? Where is my Canuck? Did I put it over here? Where, actually, shoot, where did I? Is that it? No. Where'd I put my knife? Did I put it back on the table? Oh, it might be outside. Oh, shoot. I've been doing yard work. Dude, I kind of screwed up with polymeric sand. I forgot it turns to like concrete when it dries. And I left a bunch out, and it's, I have to buy another bag now. So, yeah. Don't leave polymeric sand out, forgetting that it is sand, or it's like concrete, because it will, it'll turn to concrete on you. So. What does it mean for Sky Oblivion? I don't know. Sky Oblivion, I'll be honest, the problem with projects like Sky Oblivion and whatnot, I remember when Sky Oblivion was announced in like 2014. And it's like, yeah, I know. It's an indie, it's hobbyists, it's modders, but it's like, the problem is, here's my thing with modding. Either put it out as you work on it, or you better be under dev. Like, the problem is, like, people have been waiting like over a decade for Sky Oblivion. If you don't know what Sky Oblivion is, it's a remake of Oblivion in the Skyrim engine. The problem is, it's been like this giant monolithic project that's taken forever, and nobody's gotten to play it. It's like, hey, maybe you guys should have, like, done something, like, put some stuff out along the way. Like, you know, oh, hey, here's the world. The quests aren't in it yet, but at least here's the world you can explore, or something like that. Because now it's like, I guarantee you they're going to have a bunch of people working on the mod go, well, what's the point now? Like, I'm sure some people will still keep working on it, but it's kind of like, sorry, Joe, I'm completely messing up your box. I'm just trying to make some room here. Because, unfortunately, Customs ripped off one of the handles. Had one big box for a kit. Well, yeah, it's actually not that. It's actually, I think it's the same size box as the printer actually came in. Okay. So what are we doing today? Well, first things first. How many boxes ship with the kit? 1. And then another box comes. I think I have it over here still. Yeah, there's like another smaller box that has like some stuff. What's in this box even? Oh, it comes with like, they sent me, actually you might not even get the second. The second box I think is like if you get like an extra plate or anything. They sent me a high flow obsidian nozzle, so we're gonna put that in. Helps if I turn the camera on. It's 1 box. The kit itself is 1 box, and then if you order like an extra bed or anything, it comes in another box. But they hooked me up with a no memory card. Oh yeah, look at that. No memory card, but we do have high flow obsidian. So we'll put that in there. You bought the Oblivion? Yeah, dude, I bought it while they were still announcing it, and then I was downloading it, and then I played through the whole tutorial dungeon. And dude, let me just pull it up here. I'm sorry. I'm a grown, mature adult who has a mortgage and a kid, and I'm married. And yeah, I'm not gonna, I took a screenshot. Of course I took a screenshot. I'm not gonna lie, when I walked out of the cave, and I saw this for the first time in like 20 years, because I haven't played Oblivion in over a decade easily. When I walked out of the cave, when I walked out of the sewer and I saw this scene for the first time, yeah, I got a little nostalgic. I was like, oh yeah, we're home, baby. We're back. We're back. So what's in the box? What's in the box? It's a Prusa Core 1 in a box. Haribo's secured. What are they changing the game? There's a bunch of notes on it, but essentially not much, not as much as you think. Apparently the game engine is still there. It is still running the original Gamebryo engine from like 2006, but they've put a veneer of Unreal Engine 5 over it. So it's 120 gigs versus like 6 or 7 gigs, however big the original game was. So it's UE5. It's very, I did the tutorial area. It feels very much like how you remember Oblivion being, if that makes sense. Looks better than, well, it's because it's actually a whole new engine. It's running in the Unreal Engine 5, which means it's a little janky. I'll be honest, you kind of have to run it with DLSS if you want decent frame rates. Yay, Unreal. But it is what it is. So, okay. Are we ready to start the stream properly? Are we ready to start the stream properly, folks? Okay. Okay. What are we doing? We're building a Prusa Core 1. I already have a Prusa Core 1. It's you can see part of it right here. See? Behold, fish. The fish does not stick to the cardboard. So we have to build the Prusa Core 1. So, Prusa was kind enough to send over a Prusa Core 1 kit for me to build for this build series. If you would like to build one of these for yourself, or you just want some more information, I do have a link in the description there to the Prusa website. That is an affiliate link, full disclosure there. And they did send me this kit for free on the condition that I do content with it. So my words and opinion aren't paid for. Obviously it's live, so they're not saying anything bad. Gesundheit. I have no idea if I caught that in time. I started talking, I'm like, I gotta sneeze. So yeah, so we're just gonna start building this. As per the norm, we're going in blind. I haven't looked at anything in terms of Prusa documentation or anything. We are going into this blind. So we have some boxes here. I'm going to put this box on the ground and take the boxes out of this box and put them in another box, or at least make some room here. So let's see, you can all go over there. Also, you wanna know what's great? You wanna know what's great? I'm wearing shorts! It's finally nice enough for shorts! Also, Joel gave me a shirt. I got a shirt from Joel at Rapid. So it's Prince Wells with Others, and it's 3D printed in their shirt. So thank you for the shirt, Joel. You saved me from doing laundry for a day. Okay. So we got a lot of boxes here. This one customs went through because all the boxes are facing the same way except for this one. So I'm assuming customs went through this one. Ooh, that's a heavy box. Okay. Core XY part, hinges, and HB set. So everything is in boxes and they're all labeled with numbers. So I'm assuming I need them in a certain order. Electronics and fasteners. Ooh. I will say I do this is like one of those dumb little things that like, it's a complete non-issue, but the fact that they use boxes where the tabs go into a slot and you're not trying to like finagle the wings to get it to go flat, you just put them in that when you close it back up. It's one of those dumb little stupid things that I appreciate. Especially if you're like, you don't do it all in one shot. You're building and then you take it apart, you're whatever. and it makes me more likely to reuse these boxes for something. Derek Cirillo gifted 20 community memberships. Oh shoot, cheers and appreciated. Don't forget, along with building the Prusa, as always, every stream we do give away a spool of polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance to win there. We'll be doing the draw at the end of stream. Ooh, metal parts. So I don't want to go through too much of it. This is a, ooh, okay. Oh, customs went through this one. What is this? Metal parts. Where did I put my knife? It's in, is it inside? Where did I put it? Nope, I didn't put it there. Okay, I'm gonna have to go hunting for my knife. Or what you do is you just sharpen your spatula and use that as a knife. What's this? Ooh. Oh, it's the door part. That's important. Hopefully everything else is still in pretty good shape. Customs went through that. What do we got here? What do we got here? We got, ooh, Core 1 rods. They are just kind of flapping in the breeze there, but I think we're okay. How many rods do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4. When do we got it here? I'm just kind of paranoid because customs went through this box. Take care, Derek. Customs coming from US or EU. I didn't pay any taxes or duties. I don't know if Prusa handled anything ahead of time, but when this showed up at my door, they just, UPS just kind of, or DHL just left it. So I didn't have to pay any taxes or duties on this. Then again, I live in Canada. So for you Americans in the audience, motor kit. I'm taking everything out of the box to look at it, and then I'm going to be putting it right back in the box. I'm trying to find the number 1 box. I'm assuming I need to start with box number 1. Electronics. Electronics and chamber parts. Open and resealed by customs. Oh, those guys, if they cut, customs cuts. For those that have never had a package opened by customs, they cut. And if they cut into my plexiglass and scratched it, I am not gonna be happy. Oop. You better not have cut my plexiglass. No, we're good. We're good. No scratches. No scratches. Boxes are numbered? Yeah, they're numbered. They have little numbers on them. And then, ooh. Oh, wow. Okay, so they have a handle. Say hello to box number 1, I'm assuming, which customs opened, of course. The frame. This is so cool. I'm sure there's like a whole art to packaging where you have handles built into it. They did this on the Core 1 as well. When you take the Core 1 out of the big box, they have the handles in it too. Which is, in my opinion, more eco-friendly than the plastic bag. A lot of companies put it in a bag and you just pull the bag out. But yeah, so customs cut this too. And you can see the cut line there, but did they scratch my frame? They better not have cut my frame. They did not cut the frame. Okay. Oh, and they're smart. This is one of those little dumb things. They have a little cutout here that you see nothing, but you have a cutout here with a serial number. That way, you know, the guy putting in the box, it doesn't matter which way the box goes. You save time during assembly. All these dumb little things add up to how they make it as economical as it is, considering it's still made in the EU. Like, what company was it? Sliceworks, I think it was. They're doing a poll on Twitter the other day, and they're like, oh, how much would you pay for a made in America printer? And they had all these options, and the highest being like 1,500 US. And I'm like, you're saying a 300 millimeter Core XY made in the US, it's gonna be 1,500 or more. There's no way you're gonna have the $800 option My brother Christ, if China can't do it for 800, you ain't doing it. So you have to do like as much penny pitching along the way to get certain things down to a certain price. Like little bits here and there add up eventually. Okay. So I'm assuming we start with box 1. Got new luggage a while ago that was opened by customs. They completely cut through the luggage. Ooh, like cut through the luggage? Dude, that sucks. I'm gonna be traveling. I might be doing 2 trips in May. One staying on continent, one maybe not. We'll see. I gotta figure out logistics of the second one first. And yeah, customs, like, I've traveled through customs in a bunch of different airports in a bunch of different countries. Not all American airports are the same. Some are really nice. But the ones I have troubles with are in America. And I think it's more just a funding thing with TSA and just TSA being TSA. Okay, so. Let's pull up a manual. Dude, DTW is so nice. The Detroit airport is so nice. And honestly, I think half the reason it's so nice for me is because I don't have to go through customs there. Because whenever I travel within the US, or even a lot of time internationally, I fly out of Detroit. So when I cross over into the US, I cross at a land border, which is just like a dude in a booth going, oh, you're going to the airport to go fly to another country? Okay, be gone, be gone with you, on your way. Versus like, you know, you land, you have all your luggage, you're with 50 other people in line, and it's just like, yeah. Land border crossings are a lot easier to get through. Okay, kit. So where is, shipping has started. Okay, where's the manual? Materials, parts and software, 3D model application community, help. Prusa Core 1. Firmware. Unpacking a first run, assemble the Prusa Core 1. Begin assembly. Okay. Preparing the kit. Let me move me a little bit smaller. Okay, welcome to your guide for assembling your Prusa Core 1 kit. Follow these steps to ensure your printer is ready for its first print. Please prepare the kit received from Prusa Research. No soldering or wiring crimping is required. Nice. How to navigate the manual. Use the graphical, next button, cool. Left arrows, oh, you can use arrows? Ooh, fancy, fancy. DTW is always hell for me. I fly through the airport, travel, naval base, no problem, but really? DTW, I've never had an issue with, but whenever I fly DTW, no, I've flown international out of There's 2 hubs at DTW. There's the McNamara terminal, which is domestic only, and then they have another terminal, which is international. So that's also nice that they have completely separate terminals for that. So there's that, okay. How to navigate through, view high resolution. All tools can be found in electronics and fasteners package. Let me find my tools. Let me find my tools. While I try to think of a witty joke about looking for a tool. Should I go with the American president? No, that's too obvious. Should I go with some topical celebrity? No. Should I go with some drama? No. Tools. Okay. So we have the tools. And apparently this is all we need to build the printer. So that's all I'm going to use to build the printer. I want to put all my fancy tools over here. This way, I don't have to look through my pile of completely unorganized stuff to find my tools. I will just use the tools. Okay. Look at all these tools. Lubricant. Label guides, Prusa sheet, including spare, E1, test. Hey, Parky. These parts are available for download. These parts are printed on Prusa. Oh, that's cool. So you know if the parts are printed in the factory or not. We are here for you. Lost the instructions. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Chat now. Inserting nuts. So these are all nice little tips. Look how nice the printed parts look. Warning, make sure you protect the electronics. Okay. Oh, Haribos! The biggest issue from our experience is inadequate bear consumption. Many of you didn't have enough gummy bears for all the chapters. Some even ate them all before you started. After years of thorough scientific research, we came to a solution. At the end of each chapter, you will be told a specific number of bears to consume. Eating the incorrect amount of bears prescribed in the manual might lead to sudden boost of energy. Please consult a professional in the closest candy store. Hide the Haribo for now. From the experience of an unintended bag with sweets, you will suddenly disappear. Confirmed with multiple cases around the world. I mean, there's a simple trick to this, okay? We're gonna cheat the system. Joe, I'm gonna cheat the system. This is the bag you sent me. This is another bag you sent me. Oh. We be double dipping. We'd be double dipping. Although these ones are a little older, so they're not as soft. Tidy up your desk. We're good. I do need to get that. Oh, 1 second. There we go. Okay. 60 inches by 60 inches. I have 32 inches. I guess we don't have enough. Stream's over. Okay, I'll come back and build it when we have a bigger table. Bye, everybody. Okay. Let's get building. What is that Tico light you have on the wall? The Tico? Sorry, I have a gummy bear stuck in my lip. What is the Tico light? It's a Tico. This is a laser pistol. Pew pew. That's a Tico. It's not a Tico light. It's a straight up Tico. Okay, so we start with the bottom panel. So let's find the bottom panel. This is not the bottom panel. This looks like the bottom panel. Are you the bottom panel? No, you're not the bottom panel. Are you the bottom panel? You look heavy. Also, it's a good thing it's garbage day today, because I gotta throw out a bunch of stuff already. Okay. Yeah, it's the kit. The kit just came out. So if you want to save yourself a couple $100 and you don't mind spending a weekend building the printer, get the kit. Also, the advantage of getting the kit, you know how everything goes together. So if something happens to your printer 4 years down the line, you need to replace a bearing or something, you know how it goes together. Or if you just want to be balling and like reprint all your parts in like Peak or something and you're crazy before building it. Okay, so we're gonna need that and zip ties. Found the electronics and fastener package. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to keep the electronics package out for a bit, I got a feeling. Because that's gonna have a lot of zip ties. Behold, zip ties. Okay, so we got that, and we got that. So we need that and 6. Not 7, not 5, 6 zip ties. Insert, turn the bottom panel so that the bends facing upward. Okay, so we got that. We got the 2 holes over there. Okay, note the twin holes for the zip ties around the perimeter of the panel. Insert the zip ties through the holes, placing them alongside. Do not fully tighten them yet. Okay. I gotta sharpen these scissors. Calmly. Okay. 1 zip tie. 2. 3. 4. Okay, 5, 6. That's taking too long. Don't want to spend the entire day counting zip ties. We need to be as efficient as we can, because the moment stream ends, I'm probably going to go sit down and play Oblivion, and I will wake up at 3 in the morning going, what the hell happened to my day? Just get them started. Don't do them tight. Just get them started. Have I printed my own parts? No, I'm building this fully stock. Whenever a company sends me a kit for a printer, I like to build it stock first. Because that way I can give, you know, my thoughts and opinions on the kit. It's hard to judge a kit when you don't build it the way the kit is sent. Also, especially as somebody who does like builds of stuff that's new and whatnot, it's a good way to find out if there's any deficiencies or problems or something. You know, oh, make the documentation better here or something like that. It's just easier, especially also for those following along at home, although printed parts aren't that big of a deviation. But it is nice for those that are like following along with the build or watching a build in the future. If you keep it all stock, you know, it's just easier to follow along. What are the printed parts? I believe they're a mix of PCCF and PETG, depending on where they're used. Like, for example, on my Core 1, pretty much all the parts in the enclosure are PCCF. Yeah, pretty much all the printed parts in the enclosure, including the camera housing, are PCCF. So. Tariff bill. Rob, I'm not American, and let's be honest, when it comes to tariffs in your country, that shit changes daily. Who freaking knows anymore? Okay, oh, we're gonna need motors. Okay, grab the motors. Metal parts, no. Oh, here we go. I guess the motor kit has the motors in it. So we're gonna need the Z left motor found in the motor box set. One motor is packed separately. Okay. Oh, I guess that would make sense. You got that motor. Found the electronics and wait, what is this? So you got the Z axis, motor right, found the electronics and chamber package. Oh, electronics and chamber package. Okay, we got these 2 motors here. Electronics and chamber. I guess that makes sense that you would have one motor separate, because that motor kit is the same motor kit the Mark IV uses. So, like, for those that don't know, there is a lot of parts commonality between the Prusa Mark IV and the Core 1. So if you're making kits for them, it would make sense to have as much stuff share a BOM as possible. So if your motor package, you already have, you know, a motor kit for the Mark IV, there's no point making a separate motor kit for the Core 1 when you can just have this and just pack one extra motor in somewhere else. It's about streamlining efficiencies in your manufacturing and your setup, right? Okay, so we got that motor. So Z left motor times 2, and they should be labeled, I believe. Z axis left, Z axis right, Z axis left. Okay. Z motor mount found in the printed parts package. Printed parts. Where are my printed parts? There are my printed parts. Oh no, I dropped my rods. My shiny rods, I dropped them. Oh no, my rods. Oh, they're right on top here. And they are all PCCF. Yeah, pretty much, there are some PETG parts, but they're like non-chamber parts. Okay. So the motor mounts, so 3 of these guys, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, these are these PCCF? No, these are PETG. These ones are PETG. Okay, but they're outside the chambers, that makes sense. Motor washer found in the electronics and chamber parts. And the Z rod mounts found in the, okay, so where are the Z? Oh, here we go, Z rod mounts. These. Z rod mounts, so 2 of these. And we need where's these parts? What are these? These motor washer found in electronics and chamber parts. Electronics and chamber parts, motor washer. Oh, anti-vibration foot. You're empty. 2 motors. Got a rail. Oh, here we go. Okay. And then Z rod mount, got all that, and M3/8 screws. Where are the screws at? That is a good question. Electronics box. Where are the screws in here? Safety ties. Fasteners, 1 of 3. M3/8. Not in this one. Fasteners. M3/8. There we go. M3/8, including spares. So I need 24 of them, and there are 29 in here. Okay. Try not to lose. Okay. We have all that. Okay, next. Next. Okay, attach 1 transparent motor washer on each motor. So which one is the odd one out? So left, left, right. Okay. So attach 1 transparent. Are these the same? Yeah, these appear the same. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Place 1 Z mount on each motor washer. The protrusions of the part must be facing upward. Okay. line holes with the parts. Join all the parts together with M3/8 screws. Okay. Fastener packaging line. Yeah, I'm hoping I can make my way out there at some point in the future so I can go take a looky-loo at it all. I need one of my... Oh, no, they're both being used. Shoot, I need to print more trays. That's what what I'm going to do today. I'm going to print a bunch of trays on the XL. Well, these are right size M3/8, yeah. Okay. Need to get an angled Allen key. I'm gonna go insane trying to do all this. How did the loom tool? Oh, they came out great. I just haven't used them yet. They're sitting over there. There we go. So get all of them started and then go around and tighten them all. Would be Tom instead of Bomb since your name isn't Bill. Bill of material. Tailor of materials doesn't make sense. I'm trying to figure out what the clear sheet is for, because you have like this is PET G, and then you also have this, which is just clear acrylic or something. I wonder if it's just like a heat or something, just to prevent like heat from the motors transferring, or just wondering why that's there. Insulator, that's what I'm thinking. I think it's just an insulator to prevent, like, because these are Z motors. It's not like they get hot, right? Z motors don't get that hot. But you still don't want them deforming. Yeah. Yep, the manual says to put it in, put it in. Three-month delivery. Well, it's because Prusa, basically, they operate on a no warehousing. So once the assemblies lines up and they're ready to sell the printer, they just start selling printers instead of running production for a couple months, filling up a big warehouse of them, and then selling them all at once. You pretty much would still get the printer at the same time. It's just if you order early, you get them early now. Would it be vibration? Is there enough there? You would think that vibration dampening would be more on the PETG part than the acrylic part. The upgrade kit. They reached out. They may end up sending me a Mark IV to Core 1 kit as well. Just because I have 3 Mark IVs, I believe. Yeah, I have 3 Mark IVs. One of them's a Mark IVs. That's a regular Mark IV, and then I have another regular Mark IV. And they might send me the upgrade kit just to build it on stream. Why not? Yeah, I don't think it's anti-vibration. I think it's just insulating. One, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Doesn't go as far. Yeah, but you could have just made the printed part thicker to compensate for that. If it's like to make sure the screws don't go in too far. Okay. turn the plate upside down, okay? Locate the circle hole in the middle of the back panel. Take the Z motor right, okay? The longest cable labeled ZR on the cable, okay? Push the motor threaded rod through the hole and align the holes in the panel with the bottom of the motor assembly, okay? The motor cable must point outwards towards you, okay? In the following instructions, we refer to the front and rear side of the assembly. The front side has 2 motors, the rear side has 1. Okay, so all the motors come out the back, it looks like. Okay. Yeah, motors must point out. Okay, so now, this should be pretty simple. Let's just kind of goes there. Hold. Okay, motors come out the back, wires come out the back, and the wires coming out the back. There we go. Okay. Easy peasy, lemony squeezy. How thick is the plate? It is. I will tell you in a second here. I think it's 3 mil. Yeah, 2.1 mil, 2 mil steel. Yeah, with the powder coating, yeah, it's 2 mil steel. So 2 millimeter thick, but it's steel. Not that aluminium. No, this is it's steel. Okay, so we've done that. Begin securing the motor starting from the rear. Insert and fully tighten an M3/8 into the rear motor. Make sure the screws stay straight and do not tilt as they tighten them. Do not over tighten the screws as they thread directly into the plastic part. For the final tightening, use the shorter part of the Allen key as a handle apply. Okay. So now, there we go. Trying to get these all started here. Get all of them started. What mil is imperial unit and is not? Okay. So millimeter, sometimes you'll see people, okay. So technically I said it wrong there by saying this was 2 mil. That's technically incorrect. That's 2 millimeter. Mil is thou. Okay. So if I were to say it's 2 thou, it's 2 thousandths of an inch. If I were to say it's 2 mil, like for those that have ever done homework, or like, okay, not homework, working on a home. You know how you vapor barrier your house with 6 mil poly? That's not poly, that's not thick, that's not 6 millimeter thick sheeting. It's 6 thou, because mil is French. It's thousandths, it's thou. So 6 mil is thousandths, because thousand in French is mil. For example, right now the year is 2000. 50, 50, or 55, 55. No, yeah, 55. 85. Oh man, it's been a while since I've had to do French math. 2085. 2085. Right? The year is currently 2085. That's right, right? Or no, 20. 25? Is 80? No, 80 is, yeah, 20 is 20. So 80 is 80. No, not 80. So it's 2025, right? Right? Do we got any Frenchies in chat? Mon français n'est pas très bien. Je peux parler juste un petit peu, mais je suis perdu beaucoup de mon français. Parce que je ne parle français beaucoup. Juste un petit peu. $2 025. Okay, yeah, so I was right the first time. $2 025. Yeah, it's funny. For those that don't know how French works, they don't have a word for 80 or 40. It's just 80. So 425. So you know how like good old Abraham Simpson did the 4 score in 20 years? Yeah, imagine using 4 score and instead of just, you know, they basically use that as their numbering system. French is fun. Came for the printer build, left for speaking French. Mon Dieu! Mon Dieu! I mean, English is a European language, technically. Germanic. Just really bastardized. English, let's take a language. Let's take Germanic. And then just throw everything else in there. Does it make sense? No. We use different words for the same animal, depending if it's like a cow or if it's, you know, the meat of the cow. It's not meat, it's not, you know, it's not cow, it's beef. Because, you know, the aristocracy at the time were French and they called it bœuf. And they didn't see the animals, they only saw the meat. So they had completely different words for everything. Gave up with numbers. I mean, I give it credit to the like France, where it's like, new thing came out. What should we call it? Should we call it the microprocessor in French? The processeur micro? I was like, no, that. We're gonna make an entire new word. We ain't using that English at all. Start giving speech in French rather than English first. I mean, to be fair, they have to do both. I just love how funny it was, like seeing people call out Mark Carney for his not great French. He has better French than me, so I'm not gonna knock it. And it's like, oh, he doesn't have good English. I'm like, my brother in Christ, us here in English Canada had to deal with frickin' Jean Chrétien and his English for over a decade. You could deal with Carney and his French for a bit. If he wins. From Vegas? What are you doing in Vegas? That sounds fun. Go. They did English first. I mean, to be fair, I think they flip a coin. Flip a coin is like, okay, we're gonna start with this today. I live there for 56. Oh, okay. Well, hope the weather's nice. It's finally nice. I'm finally wearing shorts. I wore shorts yesterday. I was like, oh yeah, shorts. Heck yeah. I want to say it's required. So in Canada, for those that don't know, Canada is officially a bilingual country. Unless you're in Quebec, then fuck you, French only. But anyways, so by law in most provinces, you have to take French up to like, I think it's like grade 3. You have to take like an optional French course or something. There's like, you have to take like an optional French course up to a certain point. Then if you want to keep doing it, you're required, you can. Like I went to a French school till grade 6 and I took optional French until grade 9 and then I stopped. But it does now, Project in Dad Garage. It does now. It does. Like I'm pretty sure English is the official language of the US now. But basically, if you're outside of Quebec and you don't live in any, because most of the provinces do have like a French-speaking communities dotted everywhere. Like I'm Southern Ontario, there's still French communities around me because back in the ye olde days, it was all French because Canada started off as a French colony. But basically, you don't need French in Canada at all. Even in Quebec, you can get through most of it with English. Most people speak English. It's only when you get to like the really rural areas outside of the big cities that you run into issues. And if you're nice, most people will use their English, but if you're being rude to them, they'll just forget how to speak English. But if you want to work in the government or anything, yeah, being bilingual helps a lot. Yeah, Montreal is very big on English. There's a big English community in Montreal. So, like, I have family in Sherbrooke, in the Sherbrooke area, and we go out there every other year to spend a week or two. And me with my limited French, I do just fine. Like, most people there will speak English if you make the attempt to give them a bonjour and try, they'll like, okay, you speak, okay, let's switch to English. So, okay. So those are in. Yes, these screw into plastic. And then insert the rod mounts and the openings next to the front ones. Okay, do they twist? So you put them in and then you lock them into place. Oh, did I screw up and was I not supposed to put that in first? Oh. Oh, hopefully I can do this with the, Oh, no, we're good, we're good. I guess you're supposed to put these in first before putting the screws in, which kind of makes sense, but there is enough room to get in there and twist them. Lock that there, okay. Western Europe, go to another nation as long as you, yeah, as long as you try. Like when I was in China, you know, ni hao, shishu, like, yeah, you try and they're like, okay. And then if you run into a problem, you just bust out the Google Translate app. Okay, installing the other motor, okay. Okay, so we've done that. So I kind of skipped ahead because I installed all the screws. I was a bad boy and didn't follow the manual. Okay, so now we're gonna need more sheet metal. Sorry, Joe, I got out of place in the manual. Okay, what do we got here? We got, are you parts? Your parts, okay. Oh, here we go, I think. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2. Oh, there we go. We got more of these. These are all packaged really nice. Like they have little cutouts for everything. So everything seems pretty well. Like they got all this nice foam packaging to hold everything in place. Like, let me pull this piece out without actually, yeah. Like for example, like that's how all the sheet pieces come. Like that's pretty nice. Okay, so be careful when handling sharp metal. These honestly aren't that sharp. They're You probably could cut yourself on this if you really wanted to, but they aren't like sheet metal sharp. It's not like these are die pressed. I'm sure they tumbled these before powder coating them, so they are not that sharp. Okay. Metal sheet profiles look identical at first, but there are double check. So we need the front profile, which is this guy here. Rear profile with 2 holes on the flat side, which is this guy, I think. Yep. And then universal profile, no holes on the flat side. Okay. So 1, 2. Okay. And the rest of these guys will probably go over here. Okay. We need the spacer pin found in electronics and fasteners. Is this electronics and fasteners? Spacer pin. Spacer pin. Ooh, filament samples. Power terminal, nope. M3, nope. No. What do I need? M34T? M34T, okay. M34, nope. M35R. M34T. M34RT. Wait. M34RT. I'm assuming it's these ones. There's 4 of them in here, including spare. Okay, yeah, these are it. Nope, these aren't it. These aren't it. M34. Oh wait, no, these are M34T. I'm looking for M34RT. I need M34RT, which is a flathead. M34RT. Okay, here we go. How well does this light flexible? It's an extruder, so it handles flexibles pretty well. M34R. Okay, is that it? I don't see. Oh, here we go. M34RT. Okay, here we go. M34RT. Okay, now I need to find the spacer pin found in electron. So spacer pin 2, which is that guy. So, no. No. Spacer. Here we go. Recessed torque. I think so. Yes. Okay. Okay. So, got all of that. Okay, be careful when handling. Okay, place the front profile towards you. Okay. And then The green one, place one of the universal profiles going upward with that this way. Use flange as a guide. Okay, so phalange there. Good old phalanges. Attach the two profiles together. Use a flange as a guide. The flange on the front plate blue arrow must be inserted under the left plate. Align the holes, join both with an M4. Okay. One, two. The plates are 2 millimeters thick. I think it's all 2 millimeter thick. So this goes under here. Okay. So that looks like that. Wow, that looks like that. Okay. And then we put the top on with the phalange going that way. I will say these are cut and they line up like pretty, like it isn't, like there is a little bit of play, but it's actually surprisingly, like I'm assuming once you get this last one in here, I'm assuming it's gonna be pretty, pretty stable. Trail features, $5. Cheers and appreciated. Me, who's used to mountain bike build live streams day, I've been an hour. He's already done already. Meanwhile, okay, that's like step 20 of 200. Well, part of it is like getting everything out and set up, right? Like part of it is getting everything out and set up. And then once you get everything out and set up, then you could start the build. All right. Goes under there, and it goes there. Oh. I'll lose these. People build mountain bikes on stream? That's pretty cool. X-tray free. I've got a bunch. They're just all like full of stuff right now. So I've got like, I mean, I probably could clear one off because I think one is filled with stuff from the whatchamacallit, the box turtle, which is now not on hiatus, but waiting a printer. Okay, so we've done that. Done that. Okay. And then we insert the spacer into the hole in the front profile. We put both of those in? Okay. Snap. Okay. Those are in. Oh, we got to get the feetsies. Where are the feetsies? I saw them earlier. We need our feetsies. No, seriously, what am I? I saw them earlier. Electronics and chamber. Oh, they're in the electronics and chamber box. Which one is the electronics and chamber? Wait, was that the right? No. I have like 3 boxes going on here. You go over here. You over here. Ah, there we go. Feetsies. Okay. Got the feetsies, and we're also going to need some more M4 3Ts. Got those. Cool. Okay, so place the bottom frame according to the picture, with that facing towards me. Okay. Peel off the protective layer off the vibration feet. Stick one anti-vibration foot in each corner. Align with the outer edge. Okay. So. Sure, film this tight. There we go. Degrease. We shouldn't need to degrease. It doesn't say degrease. And these feel pretty clean, so I'm not too concerned. Don't accidentally peel up the glue. Just a little paper. There we go. It's printed solid. I don't know what the, like, I don't work for Prusa, so I don't know what's available from which manufacturing location. I know they're trying to get printed solid set up for manufacturing as quickly as possible. If you're in the US and you order a Prusa Mark IV, there's a chance you get it from printed solid. I don't know about Core 1s yet. That's something you'd have to ask them. I would say it's out of my pay grade, but I don't get paid, so. Turn the upside down, okay? Facing towards me. Okay. Attach the rear side of the bottom assembly to the bottom of the frame. Ensure that the front side panels are, that goes in there. So the two go towards the front. Okay. Does it just kind of, just kind of, sits in it. Okay, so it does sit in it. Place all the motor cables. Okay, so let's, don't be grabbing the motor rods as you, so you go here. Don't want to pinch you. You face towards middle, you face towards the middle. Okay, and then you just kind of drop into there. Okay, that seems about right because it's just sitting there. Yeah, don't pinch the cables. Okay. And then focus on the front right corner and right side. Okay, so front right corner. Okay. Align the threaded hole on the bottom panel with the hole in the profile. Join the parts together. Move to the rear corner on the right side. Okay. I don't know how many of these we're going to need, so I'm just going to pour 40Q out. Okay. Okay, so screw it in all the way. Back it off a quarter turn so we have a little bit of wiggle room. And then we do the other side back here. Give an estimate on how many hours to build. I think it does at the beginning, but I can't remember. I know you could do it in a day. Now, granted, I'm also building it on a live stream. So there'll be tangents where I just stop building, put down my tools, and then we talk about something for a bit. Like how, you know, you have no idea how hard it was for me to actually go live today because I have Oblivion sitting on my computer. And it's like, I want to play Oblivion. I want to go back to when I was a, oh geez, I was looking at college. Ugh, I want to go back to a college kid. Take me home. Todd Howard, take me home, Todd. There we go. Property taxes work. Dude, I still need to do my taxes. I have like a week to do them. In Canada, you have until the end of April to do your taxes. And it doesn't take me long to do mine. It's actually surprisingly easy to do my taxes as a YouTuber because I don't sell anything. So it's just like, I made this much money. And the government goes, give me this much. I was like, oh, okay, here you go. Okay, so we do that. And we just keep going around and then align the holes in the base assemblies. Yeah. And then we can eat some gummies. Okay. Took you 2 evenings. If I figure 2 to 3 streams. Usually the first stream we don't do as much on the first stream because it takes time to get everything like set up. But once we get going, it's gonna be too bad. 2 to 3 streams to build. I'm honestly probably 3 to 4 streams to build, and then a recap stream sounds about right. Okay. That's all that. Now I go around and tighten everything. There we go. Oh, Haribo time. Stack your gummy bears 8 in a row. Well, what I'll do is I'll just eat one. I'll have one fresh one. Oh, I dropped it. Power supply already? Okay. Okay. So it is a Delta, 100 to 240. I'm looking at it, it says 250 volts, and I'm like, I don't live in 250 volt land, but it's adaptive. So we got that. M46R screw from the others package. Where's the others? Fasteners, 1 of 6. Cables. Cables, small parts and fasteners. Where's the others? Is it in here? Buddy boards. Is others in here? PSU cables. An extruder spring, an extruder. Where's the others package? It's a smaller box. It's a smaller box. Motor kit, metal parts, Core XY. You said it's a smaller box in the other boxes. Well, I got an extruder box here. Electronics and components. Electronics box. Others. Well, there's no screws in this one. Others. I don't have an others box. There's motor kit, there's metal parts, there's Core 1 XY parts, there's electronics, there's electronics and chamber parts, and then you got this box. So what do I need? I need M46R. No. No. You're grease. I'm just going to get rid of you because I'm not going to use you. Cables. Well, I need the cables. X-Buddy power cables. Okay. It's heater bed cables. I am confused. Where is the other box? It's in the fastener box. There's an others bag. I mean, I'm in the fastener box. I got cable box 1 of 3, fasteners 2 of 3, small parts and fasteners, which don't have M4 6R, cables 3 of 3, cables 2 of 3, seals and ties, fasteners 1 of 2, and 3 of 3. Is there a bag in here? Because this bag is labeled small parts and fasteners, and it's got nothing on it. M46R. I mean, I have M46R, but they're in fasteners 3 of 3. M46R 3. They're not in an others bag. They're in fasteners 3 of 3. So, unless there was an others bag that I threw out, and then I ended up putting it in here. But got them. Okay, and now I need found the electronics package and the power panic cable. which is in electronics. Okay. So these are power panic and buddy power cables. Okay. So now these out, and it includes a spare. Ooh, fancy. So slightly insert 2 screws there. Okay. On the side. Just get them kind of started. Okay. It says leave a 4mm gap. Oh, that's a pretty big gap. You can tell the weather's getting nice out because I'm hearing people cutting their grass, and it's like, you're annoying. Okay. Loosen all 4 terminal screws. Okay. In the following steps, we will be connecting the power cables one by one. The screw terminals are installed on the PSU already. Loosen them, but don't remove them completely so you don't get mixed up in the other type of screws in the X-Buddy. Each of these, one has a prevailing positive and black is negative. Note the power cables have different connectors on each end. For now, prepare the U-shaped connectors in the tube. Okay, so we got U-shaped. Do not connect any cables. Wait until you have been prompted. Wait. So we're not putting them on now. Okay. It's like, don't install them yet. Next step, install them. Okay. Take the red wire of the fork and slide it in. Are they the same cables? I'm assuming these are the same. Yeah, they have the same serial number, so these are the same. Okay. Okay, so now we install this. Positive. Yep, my neighbor beside me is cutting the grass. It's like, I can hear ya. Okay, get those 4 in. And install the power panic cable, which just kind of goes in like that, I guess. Okay. Put the assembly aside for a while. Okay. I have put it aside for a while. Okay, so now we're gonna need the buddy box found in the metal parts package. It's the buddy box. Okay. I need that. A grommet from the electronics. Okay. Wallace. Wallace, I need ya. So we need the 1916 mil. Cable grommets. Oh, okay, they're just a giant bag of them. Which ones do I need? I need 2 of them. That one, I guess. Okay, so 2 of these. Thermal pad. Thermal pad, zip ties, M36 screws. E6. And the list continues on the next step. It's like you need all this stuff and then you need more stuff. Okay. So let's grab the buddy board. So we're gonna need the buddy board, the buddy expander board. That's the tool head buddy, not that guy. This guy. That's the screen. What? Am I missing a board here? The buddy board, got that. The buddy board. The buddy expansion board. That's a screen. This is, oh, that's the next extruder board, I think. Yeah, that's the next extruder board. Oh, it's the electronics and chamber package. Oh my God, there are so many boxes. Electronics and chamber. Wait, is this it? Oh, here we go. There you go. Okay, buddy expander. That, not that. Your garbage. X buddy extension cable. Okay, X buddy extension cable. Which is, I think, this guy. Oh. Yeah. And okay. And then assembly multi-tool found in printed parts box. You can go back in here. Printed parts box. Where did I put the printed parts box? Printed parts box. Electronics. Man, I've got like 20 different. Oh man, okay, one second. You go there. You go there. You go there. All of you can go in here for now. Your garbage. Printed part box at the bottom. Of course, it's at the bottom. And now we need the assembly tool. assembly multi-tool, which is this guy. Okay, let's do this. So, make sure we're there. Always touch the sides of electronics when manipulating. Attach the pads on the back of the buddy board. The surface on which the pads are sticking must be cleaned of grease. This will ensure better. For the protection of the board's electronics, placing the X buddy board on a soft pad, you can use the original. Okay. So we flip it face down and we put some stuff there. So we got bubble wrap here. Let me get a little bit of ISO. We'll clean this off quickly. There we go. Hey buddy, what's up? What do you want? Okay, I'm back. I know there's no sound, I muted it. Okay. So. So you peel off the white side and have the blue side facing up. Ooh, ooh, that's sticky. There we go, there we go. Yeah, it's not the gummy bears. He wants to go to the park. And it's like, I'm working, buddy. There we go. Peel off the blue protective. Okay. There we go. So we peel that off, and then we slide that in there. Okay, insert the buddy board into the buddy box. Make sure the Ethernet port is properly inserted in the hole before attaching completely. Center the holes in the buddy board in the X buddy box. Fixed position, the X buddy by inserted 5 M3 6s. Do not fully tighten the screws. A few turns for now. Put aside your insects and leave the hole in the bottom empty. Fully tighten the screws, be careful. Okay, so let's do this. So it kind of goes in there. Slide it in this way, and then there we go. So you do have to push it a little bit because there is some like flanges on the Ethernet port. So you do have to give it a little bit of a push. but goes in pretty good. Okay, so we put five screws in. So you don't put this screw in. So you avoid putting this one in. You don't put this one in. Okay. It does have a battery in it too. Has a little battery for you don't lose. Okay, how are the thermal pads? Is everything making contact? Yep, okay, thermal pads are all making contact. Everything's good there. Let's go ahead and tighten these all down. Everything lines up on the side here. We got a light, USB-C, GPIO, Ethernet. Very good. Insert the X-Buddy extension board above the X-Buddy board. Notice the part orientation. Before fully attaching it completely, center the holes in the board and there, and fix the position by M3/6s. Okay. So. Real-time clock. I believe so. It's funny, I've never actually looked at inside the electronics box on the Core 1, so this is the first time I'm seeing it. I don't think we ever opened the one on mine. We just kind of used it to print stuff with. Okay. Take a closer look on the X-Buddy box. There are 6 perforations in the metal. Proceed carefully. Be careful not to damage the connectors. Attach the hook of the assembly multi-tool below the first. Oh, we're putting the zip ties in. Yeah, we're putting the zip ties in. Skip the 3rd and the 6th one. Okay. I can do that. So we should have 4 of these. And this tool is really nice because it's got a little hook. So you put it underneath there. And it does that. So you don't have to like sit there all awkwardly and whatnot to try and bend it to your will. You just follow the hook. Nice and simple. Skip the 3rd one. And obviously make sure you're putting the zip tie in the right way. not want to put the zip tie in backwards because it won't work. There we go. Okay. Prusa kits are very fun to build. Like, as somebody who literally makes a living off building printers for people, or at least, you know, for people watching, Prusa kits are just a joy to build. Just because it just, you know, it goes together. You're not sitting there like, ah, shoot, does this really go this way? I'm like, no, it just, I'm trying to put this back in, but I only opened a little hole so that the screws wouldn't fall everywhere. There you go. I dropped one, but it says it includes spares. Includes spare. Okay, only one spare. But Prusa kits. Prusa kits just go together. They're Prusa kits. Okay. Plug the X-Buddy extension board with the free red cable. Leave the cable free for now. Okay, so blue, plug the cable with the free red cable into there. Okay, so the red one goes into the top, and that plugs in like this. And this one plugs in like this. We just kind of whatever. And then this cable goes like that. Next, we Wallace it up with some grommets. Like to see grommets. Anytime you are putting metal through or wires through a hole, there should be a grommet. If you don't know why you need a grommet, you need a grommet. The angry magic pixies in the wires that make printers go beep boop do not like being in the metal. So you need a grommet. Okay, so we need the, where's this? ESP Wi-Fi in the electronics package. And that, okay, so. Okay, so we got the Wi-Fi module. 3 years adventure printing, dang. Oh, hey Shane. Everyone say hi, Shane. So far the only thing I can really point out was I didn't have an other bag, but I might have, and I might have taken the stuff out of the other bag and put it in the screw bag. I don't know. But like, so far, no issues with the build. No real issues with the build. Although, I will say it again. Resealable bags, please. I know logistically they're a pain in the butt, but resealable bags, please. 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 Resealable bags, please. And of course, I put the box full of printed parts somewhere, and I can't remember where I put it. Here we go. So we need the Wi-Fi part. Where's the Wi-Fi box? Wi-Fi cover. There's the Wi-Fi cover. The Wi-Fi cover. M312 and M36. So these are M3. Okay, where's M? I gotta go through all these. M3. Nope. No. M3. No. M312s. Where are M312s? M312s. Pac-Man, no, like I know it's a logistic thing with the machine itself. M312 3-piece. Okay. I will say the nicest kit in terms of screw packaging I'd ever done. A few companies have done it. Physek did it, and I think I did a DFH kit that did it, where basically all the screws for the kit came in a labeled plano case. It was, I think I have one of them here. Yeah. So it was like, here's all your screws for everything, and it comes in a container that you can just dump them all in, and it's all labeled. That was nice. Not having to deal with a bunch of Ziploc bags that, or non-Ziploc bags that open up and stuff gets everywhere, and you're like, oh, where's all my screws? Yeah, it's nice. Okay, so I need 2 M36s, and these are M36s. Fabrico does it with the Mercury. Nice. Yeah, it's just nice. It's nice not having to go, ah, shoot, where'd my screws go? Because, like, what is it? The ProForge 300 kit, we've already run into that problem already, where I just have the bag full of all the screws that fell out of the little bags that I ripped open. Okay, so that. So you put the M36s into the side, do not tighten them. Okay, I can do that. But I mean, like, just goes to show you, like, if that's, we're what, 2 hours into the build, and that's like the biggest complaint I have so far is, I wish these bags were resealable. I think that's a pretty good metric of how things are going. Nothing's perfect. There has to be something to always complain about, because then there's always room for improvement. But it's like, if that's the only thing I can complain about, I think we're in a good spot. Wi-Fi module goes in there. Kind of like, there we go. Make sure that sticks out the other side. It goes in there. Oh, I've been offered a Voron 01 for 150 pounds. Unbuilt, only needs a Raspberry Pi and printed parts. Is it worth getting? Yes. Yes. Most of the upgrade, if I remember correctly, a lot of, just go right to 0.2. Just print all the parts for a 0.2. I don't think there's much hardware difference between a 01 and a 02, hardware wise, like in terms of the bits and bobs. I think it was mostly like printed part upgrades. So you might as well just go right, just get the kit, print all the parts for a 02, and just be aware you may have to like print the older version of a couple parts. Like you might have to use a couple 01 parts here and there, but you can probably go right to the 02. I don't think, you could have more 02 than 01. You can have a weird hybrid one, but yeah, a different top. The top hat is different, but the top hat's an optional. The top hat's optional. You can do the old top hat you can do a 01 top hat on a 02. The biggest upgrade for the 02 is the new tool head in a V0, in my opinion. Okay, take the modular Wi-Fi and connect the ESP module connector to the X-Buddy, close the Wi-Fi cover, ensuring the pins, okay. So that just goes there, and then we screw it. Okay, put it aside for a while. I love the instructions, just put it aside for a while. So this goes like that, line that up. Stick that on. Screw that in. Don't you want to go in the hole? Oh, that's right. Here. Goes through that. Oh, it's just a little. Oh, it's just a little tight on the plastic. Okay. Comes with a V6 setup. I mean, you can easily swap out to a different tool head or a different hot end. I honestly, I would go right to Revo. If you're saying pounds, I'm assuming you're in the UK, just go buy a Revo. Just go buy a Revo from E3D and use a Revo tool head. There we go. There we go. So that is that done. And then put the assembly aside for a while. Okay. Put this on just so I don't get kinds of, don't want any dust in there over the next week while it sits. By the way, for those that don't know, they're pretty much the same thing. Power supply and the electronics box. They are different boxes, but they're cosmetically similar. Okay, what's next? The back. Get the back panel. Huzzah. Ooh, okay. Be careful picking this up out of the cardboard because I grabbed it like this and it bent and it's okay. Yeah, there's some flex there. Just be careful because grabbing sheet metal stuff before you put it all together because it could bend on you if you grab it in a way you shouldn't. Okay, I'm gonna need some more grommets. How many grommets do I need? I need 2 grommets and the smaller grommets. The ceiling plug, which is this guy, okay. And then M4 RT screws, which are right here, okay. Good. I'm not killing your machine. I'm doing durability testing on it. Gotta make sure it's all hunky-dory before we move on to the next stuff. Okay. Position the back panel as shown in the first image using the 2 oval holes for reference. Okay. Insert the ceiling plug in the center hole. Okay. So it looks like, okay, so there's a divot in the one side. Insert the side with the small diameter facing downward. What? What do you mean facing downward? What do you mean facing downward? What do you mean it's not symmetrical? Ceiling plug is not symmetrical. Insert the side with the smaller diameter facing downward. Like, does it mean like downward like this? Like, I'm looking at the divot. I'm looking at the divot. The divot's on the inside. But what's okay. Okay. That's, there you go. That matches that image. There's a slope to it? Is there a slope to it? I couldn't see any. Just my eyes deceive me. I'm wondering if it's just a wording thing. Like it's like, this is a back panel. Why there's no down on a back panel? I think it's just a wording thing. Smaller grommet on the left. Like, divot faces inward or out, actually outward. This is the back. So divot faces outward or something. Like, I think it's a wording thing. Okay. And 1 small grommet in the oval hole up top here. There we go. I'm loving the grommets. Insert 1 large grommet into the oval hole closest to the corner. Okay. Okay, got that guy in there. And then the other big guy. So there's 2 holes here. Only the top one gets a grommet. And there we go. Just kind of take a look at both sides to make sure the grommets are all equally installed and everything's hunky-dory. Okay, carefully insert the power supply into the rear pocket. Oh, so we are putting the power supply in. Okay, got the power supply right here. Okay. So something that I kind of don't like, there's no grommet down here. Actually, I don't think this goes into the thing, so. That goes there, that goes there. Okay, so let's see. So that, align that with the rear pocket, align the screws. So the screws go through the holes. Okay. Gently slide, maintain, and tighten both screws. Okay. So, goes like that. Go. Carefully insert the X Buddy box into the, oh, now we're putting the, it's like put aside for now. Well, grabbing it back. Just make sure that, slide that in. Slide it down and tighten. I don't need more space. I have all the space I need. There we go. Gently maintain, fix the PSU with 2 M4 3Ts. I need some space here in the build. Yeah, I mean, the fact that I also have like an ongoing ProForge 300 tool changer build, we're also remodeling that printer. I have an RC plane here we got to put together this week, and then there's also parts of box turtle everywhere. Yeah, room is one of those luxuries I just don't have. Like, there's a reason the XL and a bunch of printers live in the basement now. All right, so now I'm just putting some little screws in here to lock this in place, I guess. A little bit of safety. And prevent it from flip-flopping out, I guess. It's actually smart. Okay. Okay, for the following steps, PSQ found in the printed parts box. Power supply doohickey. So this is the PSU cable cover. Is this it? Yes. Dining room table. I can't really do that considering, like, one, I don't have a camera in my dining room. You guys don't need to see the inside of my house. And two, do you think I got room out here? Do you think I don't have room out here? Okay, so now I need some nuts. So M3NS nuts. Nope. Oh, here we go. I found the nut bag. M3NS. I need 2 of these. Go. Okay, M310 RT. Okay, M310 RT. 3, nope. M310 RT. M310 RT, here we go. Okay, and then 632 power terminal screws. Where are those at? This has less screws than a Voron, but there are different types of screws. So 632. Are these them? Power terminal screws, there you go. Power terminal screws. Okay. So got that, got that, got that. Okay. Okay. So take one red cable leading from the PSU and connect it to the first left terminal slot on the buddy using the 632 terminal screws. Okay. So we'll start with, I guess, the far one here. Goes in here. Yeah, Vorons use more screws, or how do I word this? I think Vorons use more overall screws, but less individual screws, if that makes sense. So I'm pretty sure, like, the Voron, like, because the frames of the Vorons and whatnot, and the rails especially, you're using a lot of M38s in a Voron. Okay. Okay, so note the L shape of the connector must always undercut the head of the screw terminal. Oh yeah. And then we got a black screw, or a black wire. Okay, connect the black cable using that, screws taking. Take the second red cable from the PSU and attach it. Note the details. Secure these, guide the buddy cable carefully between the fuses, ensuring, okay, so we have this cable, comes down here. And it goes like that. And then this one comes over here, just like that. There we go. check out the Core R Theta printer. Drop a link for it in the Discord. I'll take a look if I remember. There we go. Okay. That is that. Connect the black. Oh, make sure you don't obstruct that screw. We're good there. Okay. Guide the X-Buddy cable carefully between the fuses. Okay, so we did that. Route the power panic cable to the X-Buddy. So it comes through here. It does like a loop-de-loop and then plugs in there. Okay. Just loop-de-loop. Why is this so long? I guess it's this long because it also was the same cable used in the Mark IV. And on the Mark IV, it doesn't have as much travel to do. Okay. Goes that way. Okay. I think we're good there. What's the yellow? Okay. Arrange the PSQ cables as shown, ensuring that no obstructions are around the threaded holes in the buddy and box. Okay, so that's that and that's that. Okay. So that's that. Okay, insert one nut in each end of the cable cover. So I gotta slot my nuts into the hole. Dang. Some pliers, these nuts are finicky. There we go. There we go. Okay. And that just kind of goes over top, I guess. So attach the PSU cables like that. And then you screw it in with the M3 R10s. Okay, so this kind of just goes like that, and that goes like that. This goes down here. And that just kind of covers those cables up. Link in the general chat. Okay, I'll check it at the end of stream. There we go. The fan already? Okay, grab the grid fan, electronics, and chamber parts. Okay. Fan. Chamber thermistor found in electronics and chamber parts package. I'm assuming we're going to need the fans here. Chamber thermistor. This guy. Okay. So chamber thermistor, zip tie, got that. Cooling fan 2 and M330 screws. And then need 4 of those. M330s and 330s. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we got all that. So, guide the thermistor cable through this guy as shown. Could be. Whoop. Yeah. Okay, is there a front or back to this? I guess it don't matter. So, goes through the bottom hole. Into there. And into there. So that just kind of, it's like that. You just see the cable just kind of boop, boop, boop. There's shiny or not shiny side or both sides? Both sides are the same. Okay. So I do that. And we zip tie it like that. Okay. Grab a zip tie. Make sure the header of the zip tie is facing the same way as the pitcher. Ooh. Must be on the same side as the cable starts. Oh, I see what, okay. That makes sense. You gotta be careful with this. This is acrylic. The last thing you want to do is like snap it. So you just gotta be a little careful with it. There you go. Cut the zip tie. Remember, always cut your zip ties flush. Don't be that guy who doesn't cut your zip ties flush. Always cut your zip ties flush. There's a special place in hell for people that don't cut their zip ties flush. Put the assembly away for a while. Okay. You can go there for now. It's like, why did you make me get the fans then? Okay. Oh, this is why. Okay. So, place the oriented according to the picture. The cutouts must be facing you. Okay. So, this goes this way. Open it. What is that? Oh, that's all just the zip ties holding it up. Okay. What is that? Oh, that's the... Okay, it doesn't sit flat because the Wi-Fi thing is sticking out. Okay. Must be facing up. Orientate the fan so the cables run to the corners. Okay. So that fan goes there, and this fan goes there, right? Yep. And then place the grid fan assembly on top. Okay. And then you're going to have this sticking inward because this is your chamber thermistor. So that's just kind of just like that, I guess. And line up that hole. And that goes through there. Let's double check. Yeah. And don't over tighten. Get these all kind of started. There we go. Not over tighten. Okay. So I'm assuming these will end up going through this grommet here, but it doesn't say to put it in the grommet, so I'm going to leave it. Okay, so now we need rear profiles. Take 2 of the longer ones. Note that the other 2 longer ones differ by having cutouts. Okay, so let's see here. So what do you mean cutouts? Oh, okay, so these ones don't have cutouts. Okay. We're also going to need nylon rivets. Ooh, the nylon rivets. Okay, got those. And we're probably going to need a whole bunch of these torque ones, I bet. M4Ts, yeah, M4Ts, M34RTs, okay. And a 2.9 by 6.5 ST self-tapper. Really? Really? Some weird, funky size self-tapper. The 2.9 RTS 1. Self. Okay. 1 self-tapping screw, including a spare. Just 1 self-tapper, not 2, just 1. Don't drop it. I only have 1. Only got 1 spare. Okay. Now we build the frame. Okay. So take the bottom assembly and turn it so that the rear side with 1 motor faces you. Okay. Focus on the rear right corner, the side with the longest oval opening at the bottom. So that's this. Okay. Attach the rear profile to the right corner using the end without flanges. Okay. Secure the corner on the other side in the second M43. Okay. Okay, so we'll put these in. So this goes here. These guys. Guys, we're starting to build the frame. Starting to build the frame here. Hope if I actually lined up the screws. Ooh, here we go. There we go. Oh, slightly lift the back assembly and gently print. Oh, okay, I guess we're installing the back assembly already. Okay. Gently lift it. Firmly grasp it. And that goes in there. And then it's held in with rivets. Okay. So you can just go there for now. So let's get some of these rivets out. Couple of these out. Okay. So slightly lift the back assembly and gently place it on the base assembly rear profile. Insert 1 nylon rivet in the rear panel and rear profile on the right side. Okay, so one rivet. There we go. Make sure none of my wires are pinched. Okay. That is, ooh, okay. Use this procedure for all 11 rivets around the back assembly to secure in place. Wait, did we put the other vertical on? Oh, with the same, oh shoot, I didn't do the other one. Okay, 1 second. Luckily, there's clearance for me to do this. Gotta put the other one in first. Okay, now we put in all these. So just rivet the whole frame together. I mean, if it works, right? For all 11 nylon rivets around the back assembly. Did I buy? They sent me this. Prusa sent me this. I did not purchase this with my own money. This was provided to me by Prusa. That's why when you join the stream, there should be the little pop-up that says this is a sponsored stream, because technically I view sponsorship as, can I pay my mortgage with it? And unfortunately, my bank will not take 3D printers as payment. But in the eyes of the tax man and the law, this is technically sponsored. So, okay. So we put 11 rivets in. So there's a whole bunch of rivets that go all right. Insert and tighten the M2 self-tighten into the back panel. Where's that go? Oh, I think this just goes in there to just ensure that it's like you get a nice meaty ground. And yes, I use the word meaty. So this just kind of, yeah, I'm assuming it's a self-tapper so that it actually cuts into the frame and ensures like it's like you get a nice metal on metal ground. Because why else would that be there? Avoid anything. Okay. For the following, the stepper splitter found in the electronics and chamber parts. Okay. Electronics and chamber. The stepper splitter. That's this guy. Okay. Stepper splitter cable. Where's that? Oh, electronics and fasteners. Main cable. Stepper splitter cable. Okay. Oop, okay. So carefully turn the assembly on its back. It is recommended to support the rear of the assembly with a soft raised pad to prevent it from resting on the Wi-Fi module. Okay, I can do that. Behold. Boom. Just gonna rest you there. Here we go. It's eepy. It's eepy. It needs to go sleepy. Okay. Use the padding. Okay, guide the cables. Okay, so guide the stepper cables through the 3 zip ties on the left. Okay. Wait, what? So it goes up and out. Where's this guy coming from? Wait. Very carefully turn the assembly on its back. It's recommended to support the rear. Okay. Tip use foam padding. Okay. Guide the stepper splitter cable through the 3 zip ties on the left. Okay. So is there... Do not tighten the zip ties at this time. For now, leave the side label hanging out freely. Okay. So this goes up 1, 2, go through there, go through there, go through there. We just kind of leave it hanging out there. Okay. And then this one, same thing. Go through there, go through there, go through there, and just leave it hanging out the top. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Connect the Z motor cables to the stepper splitter. Okay. So I'm looking at, there's a little notch on it, so we have some orientation. So ZR goes here. Green is the stepper splitter cable. This guy. And then ZL is this guy. Yeah, because these are both the same. And then this one is that guy. Okay, we do that. Oh, it snips onto that. Ah. Locate the 2 spacer pins in the frame. From the inside of the frame, prepare the stepper splitter and attach it to the holes on the opposite end. Check the correct orientation. The logo is upside down. Okay. So it looks like the notch faces inward. Push the pins and it just snaps in place. Okay, so it should just... Oop. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. It is necessary to apply significant pressure to seat it in, yet be careful not to damage the components. Yeah, you got to give it a little, it requires a little something to get it going. I'm going to take this little bit of extra and just kind of shove it in there. Okay, for the following steps, please prepare the what is this? The LCD cable. Cool. And the main FE cable found in the electronics. What is the main FE cable? Main FE cable. Found in the electronics and fastener package. Main FE cable. What is FE? I'm assuming it's like this cable. Yeah, this is the main FE cable. It's got all these little connectors on it and whatnot. I'm assuming it's a grounding cable. I'm assuming it's a grounding cable. What does FE mean? Functional earth? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Frame earth, I guess. Okay. Guiding the LCD cable. Okay, so guide the stepper splitter cable through the oval hole. Okay, so that goes back in there. So shove that through the hole. Really wish there was a grommet on that, but it is what it is. Okay, so shove that cable through the hole. Take the end of the XLCD cable with the QR code. Push a few centimeters of the XLCD cable, the end with the QR code, through the oval hole at the bottom. The cable must be slightly folded to pass through the... Okay. So whatever side has a QR code, okay, has to... Oval hole at the bottom panel. The cable must be slightly folded to pass through the hole. What do you mean it has to be slightly folded? Not through the hole. No, it doesn't. It just goes in there. Okay. Well, that's through there. Okay. And then we route it up through the side. And then out through the top. Okay. And then it comes out the front. Aha, behold, cable. Okay, lay out the main FE cable as shown, ensuring each connector is positioned accordingly. Okie dokie. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. This is 1. Okay. The connectors are numbered in the picture for reference only. This is only used. Okay. We will always indicate which connector to use in the following set. However, it's a good idea to remember the overview. Okay. So it's, well, I mean, it's okay. We'll figure it out. Okay. Oh, there's a ground there. Okay. So connect 3. So if this is 1, 2. Wait, this doesn't make sense. 1, 2. Wait a minute. 3. There we go. Okay, that is 3. Okay. So 3 connects there. Prepare the number 3. That's the female connector in the middle of the cable. Locate the male fast on connector in the bottom right corner. Slide it on. Okay. So there's a little bare thingy there. And that just kind of... Is that welded to the frame? Yeah, it's spot welded to the frame. Okay. Let's slide that on. Okay. Slide that on. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Take the FE cable number 2, the round cable nearby. Okay. And insert the connector loosely in the hole in the bottom panel. Okay, I can do that. Shove it in the hole. Okay, take the connector number 1 and slide it through the zip ties on the right. So that is the long one. The zip ties on the right. 2, 3. Okay, push the connector through the rectangular opening in the front. Oh, okay, here we go. So this one is probably for the screen grounding. Okay. Approximately 6 centimeters sticking out. Let me get my fancy dancy measuring tool here, because I need to measure 6 centimeters. That looks like 6 centimeters. Okay. Then zip tie this. Oh, I gotta screw this up. There we go. There we go. Booyah. Okay. So take number 4 and 5, push both through the leftmost hole in the bottom, leave them free for now. Tighten all the zip ties on the left side of the frame, cut off the excess. Okay. So this goes through there, and you go through there. You just kind of go through. There we go. Okay. Now we do these zip ties. There we go. I'm not gonna cut, yeah, screw it, I'll cut them now. It's like, oh, I won't cut them now just in case, but it's like, you know what, I'll cut them now. There's no point in not cutting them. Because if you screwed it up, you're gonna have to cut the whole thing off anyways. There we go. Okay. Take the FE cables. Okay, now we fold it back up. Oh, oh. One of my feet just came off. we go. Okay, so take the FE cables number 4 and 5, which we got right here. Okay, tighten all 3 zip ties on the left side of the frame. What? Oh, we've already done that. Okay. Carefully turn the printer back, focus on the back side. Okay, there we go. So we got the cables here, got all the cables here. Hopefully that is, I don't know if I have enough through here. We'll figure out in a second. 1 second. Oops. Shoot. There we go. You can go there. There we go. We're good. Okay, so I need an M3W washer and an M36. Okay. So this is M36. Okay, M3W. M3 washer. M3 washer. M3W, M3W, M3W. Ah, here we go. Oh, this one has a resealable bag. This one has a resealable bag. Okay, that, M36. One. Dude, okay, tinfoil hat. There has been a freaking Blackhawk flying up and down the river every day for like the past couple of weeks. At least I think it's the Blackhawk this time. It could just be the Coast Guard chopper, but there's like been a freaking Blackhawk. I think it's the RCMP Blackhawk. It's all blacked out. Just flying up and down the waterfront every day for like the past little while. Doesn't show up on flight radar. Okay, so now we attach that. The M3 washer must be in between the screw and that. God damn. Okay, so now. Okay, so that we put on like that. Go. Now, oh shoot, I missed that. So this we screwed on down here at the bottom, down here. So one ground goes there, and then we have the other cable. Right side holds the box, and this goes all the way up and actually comes out the top. And hopefully that's long enough. And then guide the splitter cable alongside the right. And then that plugs in right here. So all the Z motors are on the same. Arrange the cable as shown. Put all cables along the right side. Make sure place the X. Then we zip tie them. Okay, so make sure place the LCD cable over the other cables. Okay, so let's do some cable management. It goes like that. Trying to do cable management here. Dang it, that doesn't reach. I did not give this enough slack. Uh-oh. Hopefully we have enough cable here for this guy. What? The instructions aren't this hard. You said the instructions were hard. There's just a lot of them. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Secure the cable and tighten the bottom zip tie. Okay. Okay, so now we just get all this nice and tidied up. Actually, I'm gonna move this guy. Actually, you can go this way. Come down here. You can come down into there. You go there, you go there. Zip tie, good old zip ties. Nope, 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 nope. You get in the cable. You get in there. You get under there. Trying to make it look nice. I'm trying to actually make the wiring on a Prusa look nice for once. At least on one that I've built. There we go. There we go. That looks clean. Hopefully nothing has to plug into that one. Judging by the pictures it's showing them covered, I don't think we have to worry about it too much. Okay. There we go. So that's that. Okay, next in the following, Core 1 PSU cover found in printed stuff box. What time are we at anyways? Oh shoot, we're almost at the end of the build today. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. This will be the last thing we do today. Okay, so we need one more of these. What do we got here? Remove the screw from the PSU board. Do not discard it. Ensure the FE connector is run into the PSU compartment. Okay, so you take that screw off and then you put that back on. Okay. So. Take that. There. Ooh, this is gonna be annoying. I'm gonna flip this on its side here just so I can see what's going on a bit better. All right, let's reroute this cable a little better so I have a little bit more room. Come on, go this way. Come on, you know we want to go this way. There we go. Aha. What's going on here? That goes there, that goes there. Seems good. Okay. Quit catching on the cable. There we go. There we go. Okay, so you're gonna go there. There we go. So we got the ground is now screwed in there. And you got to make sure you leave this open because the next step is that cover plate with the M310s, which are in here. So we're going to be doing the giveaway in a couple minutes. So if you haven't entered yet for your chance to win some filament from Polymaker, do this now, because we're going to be doing the draw in a minute here. And 3 10s. 40 of them. Wow. Yeah, I routed it behind the power cables. That's why I was moving stuff around. Yep. Come on, get in your hole. Okay, come on. Which is going? Oh, shoot. Okay, let's see here. Come on. There we go. There you go there. There we go. Come on, bite, 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 bite. There we go. There we go. Voila. Oh, and we're done. So I think that's a good spot to call it, because gummy bears is a very good time to call it. Sound good? Gummy bears sound like a very good time for me to call it. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, we still got a lot of bears left. Well, we're only on 51 of, let's see. Well, I don't know how far are we in? We're done back assembly. Next is bed, then core XY, then extruder, then bodywork and electronics. Yeah, it's gonna take a bit. That's gonna take a bit. Behold, it's a Prusa. Oh, I know we still got some ways to go. We'll carry on next Tuesday. Give me some time to actually make some room. I got to clean up a bunch of stuff. Luckily, it's garbage night. Okay, I'll give you like 1 minute before we do the giveaway. While I eat Haribos. Is it Haribos or Haribos? I call them Haribos because I think that makes that. You know, people are like, no, it's not that. For those wondering and are concerned about the Oblivion remaster, and if it stays true to the original Oblivion, and if the remaster is like a desecration of the original idea of Oblivion, do not worry. It's still Oblivion. Okay. Let's do a giveaway. Published. Accepting responses. No. Okay. What was... Oh, actually, let me see. What was that one printer somebody wanted me to look at quickly? Oh, the non-planar slicing thing. Yeah, I still don't think it's as practical as people realize. Because I was looking at it, and it just kind of deforms the model. It doesn't actually, like... At least my quick look at it earlier, it's not like you can just throw a benchy at it, and it'll automatically figure out what geometry should be printed in what orientations and whatnot. Until we actually have a slicer that does that, I think 5-axis and non-planar slicing is still very much a trade show demo type thing. That's the biggest problem with the slicing. It's not... Having a machine that can do 5-axis is nothing. Like, it's easy. The 5-axis CNCs have been around for decades. It's being able to just load up a model and send it to a slicer, like just load a benchy, load it in the slicer, and it would automatically figure out how to figure out the orientations and whatnot, and you just hit slice and print. Until we have that, I really don't think non-planar slicing will get there. He slices. I know. I took a quick look at it a while ago when I was making the rounds, but does it actually like figure out the proper geometry, or do you have to go in there and manually set it all up? Oh, it does do the exact same thing. Okay, well, I'll take another look at it. It's just I won't say I've been disheartened, but I've been like, you know, I've been covering 3D printing events for like 5 years now, and it's like, oh, hey, another non-planar slicer that doesn't really work outside of a test condition. 353 people, or 353. Okay, let's do a random one. Bots. 353. Play. Okay, so let's see here. So how this works is if you win, you get a free spool filament from Polymaker. But if I pick your ball and you win, you also get a free hat. This one in the corner here. Kill a Prince. If you win, you get a free hat along with your spool of filament from Polymaker. Remember, exclamation mark zoom zoom makes you go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. And if you like the smash button, ring the bell, and are subscribed to the channel, subscribe if you're not, it greases your ball up to make it go even faster. Matt, it's yours to lose. You're in the lead. Oh, you were in the lead. And now you're in the lead again. Oh, désolé. Descol. You're the only one on this pass. Wow, it is up to you. You are... Descol. It is up to you, buddy. It is yours to lose. If you... Oh, you're losing it. Descol, you're... Kirsten, it's yours to lose. It's yours to lose, Kirsten. Come on. Do not let cream of botulism soup win. Oh, Michael. Come on, Michael. You got it. You got it, Michael. You got it, Michael. You got it, Michael. Whoever was right behind you fell off and died. Michael Rolfe. Okay, Thor, don't spam it that much. The joke is to spam it, but it doesn't actually do anything. Michael Rolfe. Congratulations, Michael Rolfe. Michael. Control F, Michael. I spell Michael. I swear, Michael is one of those names that I never spell it right. There you go. There we go. Is it A-E-L or E-A-L, or is there an H or is there a C? Michael is one of those names that there's too many ways to spell Michael. Okay. So yeah, so Michael, you'll get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament in an email. So we're gonna call it there. So again, huge shout out to Prusa for sending over the Prusa Core 1 kit for testing and evaluation. We're going through the build series now. We'll continue on with the next part of the build series on Tuesday. Oh, so it'll be a Tuesday build series. Prusa Tuesday. Prusa Day. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we'll give away to this stream and every stream. Links for all of them and more in the video description. Affiliate links down there. Some of them doesn't cost you anything extra. Go a long way in supporting the channel. Some of them, like gamer subs, use code Canuck, save 10% on your order. Dougal? No. People like living. And then for those that donate to the channel, gift memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself. I thank you, not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. Oh, cheers, Thor, becoming a member. Tomorrow, I'm going to try and do a Twitch stream. As much as I want to play Oblivion, we're going to be doing Space Marine 2. We're going to do a quick playthrough of Space Marine 2. And then Thursday will be the members only live stream. So if you are a member of the channel, a Patreon supporter, you find the Twitch channel and you give it a Twitch Prime and you link your Discord account with them and whatnot. Thursday, we'll be doing a members only live stream. And then Friday, we'll carry on with the Pro Forge build. So yeah, so it's Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, and I will see you in the future. Goodbye.